Welcome back, here we are on the Courageous 2, and it's time to take a look around the ship. Now before we speak to those three there, I'm thinking, start with Angie. So Angelica, what do you think? In a word, incredible. This is top of the line, next generation stuff. I've never piloted anything this responsive, and equipped with stealth capabilities on top of that. It's perfect. I don't know if we can ever thank Prince Olivert enough. Well, we can always repay his kindness by making full use of this ship. And stocking it full of cuties like Toa and Tita is a good start. Once we get them into the baths, oh god, things are going to be even better. It's like a dream come true. So you want us to thank Prince Olivert by enabling you? Anyway, you go ahead and leave the helm of the Courageous 2 to me. I'll treat it right. I'll take us anywhere the Prince commands. Just like I was saying at the end of the previous part, like, I have confidence in Falcom's writing away the stuff with the shrines in Eastern Erebonia. Like I hope they do that. I hope they have that within them. Could they also stop with Angie? Because you've laid it on way too thick that it's really creepy now. Like, it was fine in like Cold Steel 1 and 2, I'd say. 3, like, it started to cross the line. 4, it's... Dear God. Instructor Rean, I hardly noticed you there. The ship is kind of... purely brilliant. Do you think? Don't think I've felt this exhilarated since the first time I rode the Derflinger. Yeah, my heart belongs to the railways, but it's a machine that's beautiful. Even I could be tempted to stray. Oh my. I know what you mean, Pablo. I'm still having trouble taking it all in myself. I take it you three are running the bridge. We're at least trying to fill in where we can. We're sort of learning on the fly. Louise, Tatiana, and I will be heading up comms and observation. On the engineering side, we've got me and Tita. And Myra and Sydney are manning the guns. We have other combat tactics folk chipping in to help. Me though? I'll be holed up in the workshop most of the time. As for me, I'll be helping Miss Mint out with anything she needs. Sounds like you're all putting what you learned in your field exercises to practical use. I'm really proud of all of you. Can't believe Miss Mint and the others were working on a grand plan like that without anyone else catching wind of it. Makes me prouder than ever to be a student of Thor's. By the way, seems like Leonora is gonna be the co-pilot. Flying an airship sure sounds great, but gonna give the helm to someone with no Panzer Soldat experience. Anyhow, the ship is just too cool. I have to say though, didn't think that we'd be able to use the knowledge we gained from our field exercises in a real-life situation this soon. Pretty amazing, isn't it? I joined the academy on a bit of a whim, but I've been blessed with fantastic friends and an incredible place to be. In any case, I'm glad I took things seriously at the academy. Indeed, Valerie. I like how she's sort of definitely warmed up since we first met her and stuff like that. Right, you three, especially Shara, I want to speak to you. Olivert, Shadowzard, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm so glad you're both okay. Both of you here together. Nothing could make me happier right now. Thanks, Alvin. I know I put you through hell. I'm sorry that I haven't been in touch. Honestly, Your Highness, I should have informed you before anyone. That was my failing. Forgive me. No, don't be silly. With that wound, my brother wasn't going anywhere for a while, right? Thank you so much for helping with his recovery. Your Highness, you honor me with your magnanimity. Truly. I have to say though, getting Shara to feed me is definitely a memory I'll treasure forever. Although she did give me one legendary purple nurple when I suggested she ditch the spoon and use her mouth instead. Goodness. Help me, Adios, Olivia. You're about 3 seconds away from finding out what life is like with Azure Zero Eyes. I wouldn't have guessed it, but those two are much more intimate than I expected. Oh, how I'd put it. Well, look who it is. Why, hello there, Rean. Looks like you're already finding your way around the place. Yeah, it really is an incredible ship. This isn't the first time we've met, but I'd like to reintroduce myself nonetheless. I'm Rean Schwarzer. Good to meet you, Scheherazade. The pleasure's all mine. I've been hearing a lot about you. Sounds like you've been to Gehenna and back more times than one. And you're not done yet, it would seem. Adversity seems to be the order of the day for those who call Erebonia home. At the very least, it's made us a tough people. But no matter where we're from, I'm glad to be allies just the same. Estelle, Agate, and now you. You bet. I've got your back. Been preparing for the worst for a long time now. And just between you and me, as the Silver Streak, I really don't want to be outdone by the Purple Lightning. Ah. Come to think of it, you've been pretty focused on that for a while now, haven't you? Well, yeah. Despite us being the same age, she was the youngest bracer ever to reach A rank when she did. She's always had a reputation as a force to be reckoned with. Even Cassius relied on her. It'd make me a little jealous, I have to say. You're both so fantastic, though. I really admire you, Shadow. You know, even though Sarah is my former instructor, we have a close relationship as friends now. I can believe it. Once I came to Erebonia and the two of us actually met, we immediately hit it off. Over some drinks, most likely. We both like drinking, there we go. And, our overall situations are fairly similar too in some ways. Yeah, I can see it. Your interest in those of... What? Olivert? Your interest in those of the masculine persuasion couldn't be any more different, though. Oh, that's right. She's got a thing for silver foxes, eh? I hear the winds of change are starting to blow across that particular plane. Wait, I don't recall telling you about any of this. Scheherazade is so gorgeous, but she has a really cute side too. Don't worry, you two. I'll sort this out like a proper sister should. Or maybe it's best to just leave it to them. They're adults after all. Oh, a star. What's that? I see that curious glint in your eye, most definitely. This here is our true trump card. It's what makes ultra-long distance communications with the Arcus II possible. It's an artifact known as the Sonorous Seashell. Mr. Debaucherous Prince snuck it in. Wow, incredible! It's a delightful little device I discovered in some ruins on a visit with the Bracer Guild. That was about, 10 years ago now. It facilitates ultra-long distance communications in a snap. It is even able to bypass orbital comm restrictions of all shapes and sizes. It's currently in use as our Repeater router. Per Toval's suggestion. It's also linked to your Arcuses via the Router 7 app the Foundation made for me. Now, something I want to ask the Americans out there. Obviously we've got router and router, there's a difference between how we say it, we all know how English works. My question is, a router, you know, like in woodwork and stuff like that, what do you call that over there? Do you call that a router as well? Or do you call that a router? Just curious. Like, there's no like, you know, like I normally do when I joke around. That one's just a general curious thing, just want to know. Its capabilities are almost mind-boggling. And if the ship control tower is set up with this, then we'd have flawless connections with everyone involved with the Radiant Wings. As someone who will be helping with operations, I have to say I find it hard to believe its capabilities are even possible. I'm with you there. Guess artifacts don't need to be deadly to be powerful. Speaking of that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the Septine Church collected all artifacts that are still functional. About that, after a bit of discussion with the Growlshitter, we managed to come to an agreement of sorts. Our possession and usage has received tacit approval on the condition that we abide by a number of itty-bitty rules. Oh, Olivert. So fortunate are we that a man of his eloquence and skill walks upon this earth. I want to know the details of that. At any rate, it seems like Cedric is drifting further and further astray. I'm starting to fear that maybe we really can't go back to how things were. Your Highness. Come on, that can't be true. I don't know, look at him.
I'm just as glad as you to see him alive again. but feelings such as that are only for the weak. We're ending this world and creating a new order in its place. And in undertaking this great leaves me no room for weakness.
Those words were proof that he's pushing himself too far. His infatuation with Chancellor Osborne is pretty clear, but I honestly doubt his resolve as one of the Ironbloods is really so firm. Or as a Divine Knight Awakener, for that matter. Inclined to agree. Oh, Olivert, you silly fool. All we can ever do as people is work with the opportunities in front of us, and never give up hope. Besides, I still need to meet him properly, just as I did the princess. He is royalty, after all. If it's a family meet and greet you're after, Shadow, you need only ask. Oh yes, there's mother and father too, if he's recovered. Let's take it down a notch, shall we? Yes, we all dread meeting the parents. Trust me. My brother and Sherazade are both so strong. I feel so relieved, it's like I'm floating on air. Alright, just to be sure then. I am eager to visit my father as well, but I know I must proceed carefully. I'm sure a chance will present itself soon. Anyway, I also intend on going down to Lake Gala. I'll be meeting up with Estelle and the others, so let's link up again in the future. You're taking on the Witch's Elder's trial, right? Best of luck, Rean. Thanks, Sherazade. If I found out anything of note, I'll be in contact. I'm so eager about this trial. Like, what's going to come of it? It's a chessboard, and you two aren't playing it. Like, come on, it's right there. Just play. Oh, Instructor Rean. Ah, Rean, taking a tour of the ship? It's been some time, hasn't it? About 2 years already, if I'm not mistaken. Right, I think the last time we saw each other was that board of directors meeting at the main campus. I was sorry to hear about what happened to the 7th Division, but I'm glad to see you're safe. Yes, no doubt thanks to the guidance of Adios. I admit it was difficult to watch the 7th get disbanded, but it ended up working to my advantage. Thanks to that, I was able to slip away and rendezvous with the others in time to help with the creation of the Courageous 2. You can never really tell just what life's current will sweep you next, huh? That aside, have you not been able to contact Father and the others either? I'm going to be contacting him and Aurier in a short while. Before I do, though, I'd like to get in touch with Uncle Zex and Nightheart. I see. No doubt they're struggling with their positions, General Craig included. So I've heard. But they're still Imperial soldiers. That hasn't changed. Once Operation Jormungand begins, they'll most likely be deployed as the main force in the rear guard. And if they are, even Operation Mini Mirage is sure to face stern opposition. Right, Uncle Zek's stratagems combined with General Craig's unmatched power, and then even the valorous Le Guin and technical genius Cassius could be outmatched, yeah. Conflict might already be impossible to stop in any official capacity, but I'll do what I can behind the scenes. If you could somehow buy us some time on an official front, you could have my deepest gratitude, Lieutenant Colonel. Instructor? But of course. That reminds me. I'm many months late in saying so, but I wanted to thank you for mentoring my brother. I'd like to ask that you continue providing him with guidance, so that he may one day grow into a strong, independent man. Hey, Mueller. In my book, Kurt's already there. But I hear you. As his instructor, it's my responsibility to continue leading him as best I can. I'm in your debt, Rean. Perhaps I'll go find a suitable hole to go crawl in and die of embarrassment now. Yes, maybe you should do that. It's also been quite a while since I've seen Nightheart. At least a year, I think. Come to think of it, Princess Claudia's personal guard didn't seem to be with her. Perhaps she's serving Operation Mini Mirage in a more direct capacity then. Well, no matter. I'm sure I'll run into her at some point. Huh? Is she talking about someone else from the Burl? Yes, he is. There's this woman, a major in the Royal Guard, who he's, cut as a member of the Vander family. You'd do well to avoid speaking excessively right now. Right. A nice touch. It's nice to see Mueller again, but being around him also makes me feel a little impatient. His swordsmanship skills and the way he carries himself are also so well refined. I'm still so far from closing the gap between us. But I won't get anywhere being hasty. I just need to keep making steady progress in my own way. You'll, need to forgive me. That's something that I should have avoided. Even so, I'll be temporarily away from the ship. But I'm sure we'll have another chance to work together. I'm looking forward to that day. Yeah, same here. Right. Conference. Training sector. Conference room. And showers. So the strategy conference room and training room are on this floor. About 3F. Conference room, training sector. The third floor contains a conference room, as well as the training and recreation areas, a lounge, and bathing facilities. But of course, the training room cannot be used yet, but it appears to provide a good variety of combat training. People sometimes meet up in the bathing area. Washing up will restore HP, EP, and CP. Alright, so who we got around? I'm inclined to go straight for the red exclamations. Over here. Yes. Oh, Rean. How's it going? You guys talking to Major Irving about the handover procedures? Yes, this ship is a new build. There are many things about it we don't understand. That's why I have the manual in hand to read and check as I go. Sounds tough. Keep up the good work. Under normal circumstances, I should also be helping out too, since I'm part of the branch campus faculty and all. Oh, you got a trial from Rose coming up at Lake Gala, don't you? You can just leave this up to us then. Just make sure you're prepared, got it? To be honest, I'd like to go too. It's only members of Class 7 that are allowed to, right? It's kind of frustrating, to be honest. Sorry about that, Tor. I'll be sure to head straight to the ship with the trial results. Going to be heading down after the handover procedures to meet up with the main campus students, Major Irving. Right. I'm planning on also serving as their backup, at least for the time being. Let's keep in touch then. It'll help us maintain a shared branch campus mindset, so to speak. Of course. Thank you very much. We'll do so great the principal won't know what hit her. Indeed. Oh, red first. Oh, Schwarzer, I wanted to speak with you about Major Claire. Right. When he saw an image of her on the Pantagruel, just like the Chancellor and the others. Though she is probably carrying out some pretty important tasks in a different area. Yes, she's likely working to finalize the railway's usage plans and preparations for Operation Jormungand's start, as well as carrying out her duties as part of the Ironbloods. Right. I know her, and I can only imagine how much losing Orion must have hurt her. It's not really my place to say, but please do what you can for her. If things keep on going this way, she won't be able to handle it much longer. Understood. Not sure what I can really do, but as one of the people who cares for her, I'll do everything I can. That's all I ask. I'm in your debt, Schwarzer. Lovely. Just leave the ship to us. Make sure you're ready to take on Rose's trial, got it? Let you move slightly. Schwarzer, I'm in your debt. Please, I leave things in your hands. Let's continue to stay in contact, so we might maintain the spirit of the branch campus. To be honest, I wish I was going with you. That's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. You're really putting too much work on yourself, Tor. Please be careful out there, okay, Rean? I'm wondering if that's going to come up, though. She seems just piling on the work and wants to do more and more and more. Which worries me. Hey, Jessica. Sure you don't want to go talk to Angelica? It's fine, she's still getting to grips with the ship controls. I don't want to interrupt, plus it's Angelica, you know. Besides, I already messaged her after we infiltrated Leaves. Glad to hear it. It's been a while since the three of us got together, huh? It's a shame we can't go out, hang out at Recette like we used to. Agreed. I could go for a stack of pancakes right about now. We'll get our chance. We'll all go together once the war is over. Got a lot more of Crossbow to show you girls too. Then I'll return the favor with a tour of Rua. And after that, you two can come to Remiferia. We can go on a road trip all around the places I grew up. Girls from the tennis club are such great friends. I'm almost a little jealous. I'm glad you three get to see each other again. Same here. It's just like old times. I'm truly grateful to Prince Olivert for giving us this opportunity. And we get to stay together as courageous two crew members. Let's work extra hard. We won't let you down, Instructor Rean. Thanks. It'll be a big help having you on board. Having the three of us together again like this is making me miss life at the branch campus. We want to end this war as soon as possible. Let's give it our all. I'm glad we're back together after over a month of the Thor's crew being scattered all over. The real challenge starts now, but I'm not afraid. I'm as committed as you are. Just double checking every so often. I don't know which I'm more excited about. Una giving us a tour of Crossbell or Jessica showing us around Rua. Maybe I convince them to visit Remiferia after graduation to repay the favor. It's gonna be so fun. Indubitably. So... let's check the star first. Is it just gonna be simple... oh, I should have read that. The previous Courageous only had showers. Guess this is just one benefit of a larger ship. And we have the trial at the Lunar Shrine, where the reflecting pool is. It's probably better to go ahead and wash up now. His Highness already gave me permission to use it, so I might as well go ahead in, right? Is it just gonna give me the stuff and that's it? Or there is a scene. Oh, there's separate facilities for women and men. They really went all out in the changing area. Alright then. Is that you, Rean? Hey, Elliot, Macius. I guess we all had the same idea. Yeah, we were just starting to get a handle on the ship's functions, so it seemed like a good time to go wash up. Mind if we join you? It does seem pretty spacious after all. Yeah, of course. I want to head in then. This is pretty amazing. Now, this is like a full-scale bathhouse. It's almost too lavish. Could it even get any more luxurious than this? Is it Professor Schmidt that designed this ship? Him and Professor Russell from La Burle. Seems he was one of Professor Epstein's 3 main disciples. This may have been one of his suggestions, since he seems to be pretty well acquainted with His Highness. He's his grandfather, right? I could see that happening for whatever reason. I see we weren't the first to come up with this idea. Oh, hey, Eustace. Gaius and Crow, too? So every single one of us wound up here. Looks like we're all of one mind. Not like there isn't enough room for all of us to squeeze in. And our first bath on the ship should be a bonding experience, right? Triple dot. Beyond the skies. How far we've come. Yes, it does feel like we've come very far. I know what you mean. Kind of a surprise to see everyone here like this. But crying out loud, why the hell are you getting so mushy? I mean, we're on a brand new cutting-edge ship here. You gotta get more excited, man. And while we're all here, let's get talking. The filthier the better. It's time to air out your dirtiest jokes and fetishes. But why on earth would we, Absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason at all we shall participate. Come on, Crow, we're not students anymore. But Crow never graduated. Maybe we should consider him a repeat student. Hey, who gives a shit about that? It's time to take it off, guys. Pretty damn sure guys will be the winner. But you never know, some guys like Elliot are... Whoa, what the hell are you saying, Crow? Crow, this clearly isn't a dignified conversation. Indeed. Yeah, what if a girl was sitting nearby and never heard you say something like that? What would respectful behavior be in a character for any of us? I'm just gonna take in the scenery and enjoy the water. Indubitably. Paul's unity rating increased from that, apparently. Oh my, I can go into this room. I like the fact that we can go into this little bit. Because obviously with the women's one, I want to see what he says though. Wash up? Yeah, you can go in there? That feels strange. From that one you can go into the men's bit? Really? You went into your human form?
A good break.
For the hot springs? For the bathroom? Oh! Oh, here we go. There. Oh, jeez. Okay, so we've got those people around. Yo! Hello, instructor. Hey! Finally. Hey, guys. I bet these two knew each other from way back. They both grew up in Uri. Must be nice for Stark to finally see his old friend again. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. I'll go, No, by all means, come, join us. Is that alright with you, Crow? Sure, too much nostalgic talk makes me uncomfortable anyway. Besides, I gotta ask old Rean here about how you're doing at the academy. What do you say, Rean? My boy Stark giving you any trouble? I've heard he's kind of a big shot in the combat logistics team. Real impressive, given how much of a crybaby he used to be. Crybaby, huh? That happened when I was 8 years old. I've changed a lot since then. I mean, I should hope so. Honestly, though, I think you've even grown in the same time since I last saw you. I hear that after you left Crossbun, you ended up helping to complete the Courageous 2. That's right. Becky got in contact with me and told me what was going on. I always were pretty sharp, good at keeping secrets too. She made a good call bringing you in, especially since you had an idea of what Yuna and her pals were up to. Hell, you even managed to get a hold of a lot of stuff about C way back when. Damn man, it's almost creepy how good you are at this stuff. Speaking of C, do you still have the mask you wore back then? If you don't mind, I'd like to take a look at it. Second, that's been a while. You guys just making fun of me now? Come on. Stark's got some nerve making fun of me when he hasn't seen me in years. I have to admit, I'm happy to see him no matter what. Bro never really changes, does he? No matter how many years pass. He's strong, kind, funny, not to mention cunning and a little crafty too. Actually makes me feel more at ease somehow. Oh dear, Freddy. Hey, instructor! What can I get you to drink? Bug juice. Oh, Freddy, I thought you'd be in the cafeteria. Huh, checked out the facility sure enough. But there's no need for 2 cooks. I left Sandy in charge there for now. Besides, I can do some cooking just as well over here. Kenneth from the Imperial Fishing Club left me all sorts of fishing supplies and the like. So if you want to trade in some fish, speak with me. Just like back during field exercises. Sounds good to me. See, aren't you hungry? I can make you something to snack on. What were you thinking of whipping up? Let me think, stewed bee larvae? Cicada fritters? And grilled peppered skink. Now, don't go drooling all over your nice clothes, instructor. Don't think there's any risk of that. You've still got the chop, or including bugs in your dishes, huh? By some strange turn of events, my stomach doesn't really turn at the thought of it anymore. Freddy's a decent cook too. Honestly, might actually be tasty, bugs or not. Turned into a top-notch angler, huh? Looks like the Imperial Fishing Club owes you a prize. Here you go. Your prize for catching 24 different types of fish. Thanks, I appreciate it. Well, looks like that's all the freebies you can get. If you need any more parts, you'll always free to mosey on over to the shop. Oh. Make magic cuisine.
You've got good taste.
I may as well top it out. While we're there, you know.
Come again. You've got good taste.
It was said that I may as well do that. There's nothing else I can do with it, so.
Come again.
I've got stewed bee, those things again. Yeah. I heartily recommend you try them. On second thought... Yep. I had considered myself fairly aware of what was going on with Mireille Mirage. But between President Rocksmith joining the meeting and Prince Olivert showing up, clearly had no idea what it really entailed. I know what you mean. Prince managed to keep himself and the ship such a well-guarded secret, it even took me by surprise. I think our mutual friend over there will have some choice words about your bold declaration, however. Come on, Instructor Rean, don't be mad. Triple dot. I had a whole speech worked out, but now that I think about it, I feel like it might sound a little hypocritical. It would, given how you're far worse when it comes to trying to sacrifice yourself. Triple dot. It's just like Eustace says. For everything I've done, I'm in no position to criticize you, Muse. I'll leave that job to Elise and Alphen. Oh, believe me, they've already made their feelings quite clear. Alright, guess we're done here then. In any case, I'm just glad that everyone is safe. I'll be counting on you two, your help with the Lunar Shrine. But take some time to relax before then. I intend to. Thanks. Thank you, Instructor. This is the black tea that Eustace gave me. It's wonderfully calming. Oh, how lovely. What's your blend, Eustace? General Le Guin was right. I can't deny I seem to have been giving Lady Muse special treatment. I should take this opportunity to revise my attitude toward her. The trial at Lunar Shrine came precisely at the right time. I'm prepared. Still very intrigued. Vantage Master's tables. Very intrigued by this connection to the Black Records. It's like, is someone looking at that? And writing the prophecies and the Black Records and all that type of stuff by looking at the pool. Duvalie and Laura, huh? Straight to asking for a match, then? No, that's not the case. We both arrived at the training area independently and unexpectedly ran into one another. And you all will be leaving for that trial soon. I would never be so boorish as to wear someone out before something like that. My bad, Duvalie. But I gotta say, it's pretty amazing we have such quality training facilities on a ship like this. Yes, I suppose you could say that, if you really wanted to. That previous Courageous also had substantial facilities, but there certainly wasn't an area quite as spacious as this available. Triple dot. I find it irritating to always be receiving favors. So it's a training opportunity for you all, and Archaism belonging exclusively to the Star Rater. May I present the Vanguard F2 Sleipnir. Is that a state-of-the-art Archaism from Ouroboros? Like the one used at Hamel in the Naval Fortress? But are you still able to make use of it, even after separating yourself from Ouroboros? Yes, it's specially adapted for our own use. Sleipnir, come. What's going on then? They want to shoot in, I'll shoot them. Now that I see it up close, it is fairly intense. Going up against an Archaism like this does seem like it would make for some phenomenal practice. I have another Sleipnir unit actually. Wouldn't mind letting you use that one for training as well. While you're all undergoing your trial, I'll set them up to respond to specific combat situations for practice. Usually just leave them in the hangar's reserve area, so feel free to use it as you like, even if I'm not around. Talk about full service treatment. We truly are in your debt, Duvalie. Thank you. And I like that they are speaking to each other here. Oh, of course, we've got goddamn Vantage Masters going on. But yeah, it's like, I want to talk to Laura more, because like, we know how much she was hurting. And I'd almost tried trying to be reserved in her approach to her father, but it's like, now with the developments, I want to see how she's acting now. Well, this place is spacious, I'll give it that. I think I'll do some training. We could even spar together later. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Oh, Schwarzer, I heard you play Vantage Masters. I've been indulging in it to enhance my tactical skills. If you'd like, I suppose I wouldn't mind allowing a challenge from you. I guess I'll take you up on that. You can now play Vantage Masters against Duvalie. And we'll do that at the start of the next part. Ta-da for now.